A vast cemetery basks in sunlight, headstones lined up in solemn rows. The wind whispers softly through the dry grass, creating a hushed atmosphere. Sunlight bathes the tranquil cemetery, evoking a sense of peace. The headstones recede into the distance, silent and still. I walk hesitantly toward the gravesite, each step heavy with unspoken grief. The headstone looms closer, the reality of Mark Jennings's death etched in stone. 6 months have passed, yet the pain remains as fresh as the day I lost Mark. The engraved name of Mark Jennings stands as a stark reminder of love and loss. In the quiet of the grave site, memories of Mark flood back, each one a bittersweet echo. Amidst the solemn stillness of the gravesite, hands gently clear away the fallen leaves, a tender act of remembrance. The quiet is pierced only by the soft rustling of leaves and the faint sound of shallow breaths. The silence deepens, amplifying the weight of unspoken memories and lingering grief. Each rustle of leaves echoes like a whisper from the past, stirring emotions long buried. The shallow breaths punctuate the stillness, each one a testament to the enduring bond with the departed. In this sacred space, time stands still as the silence cradles the weight of love and loss. Silence at the gravesite is shattered by the echo of approaching footsteps. The footsteps grow closer, each one a hammer blow against mounting dread. The heart races, a frantic drumbeat against the backdrop of stone and sorrow. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as the sound of footsteps steadily approach. Every nerve screams, bracing for the unknown presence closing in. At the gravesite, I slowly turn, the air thick with unspoken emotions. A familiar figure emerges from the shadows. Mark, cloaked in his signature worn leather jacket. Mark stands silently, his presence a haunting echo of times past. The leather jacket, a constant reminder, adds to the scene's weight. At the gravesite, Mark's eyes reflect a storm of emotions, recognition mixed with a chilling undercurrent of fear. His gaze pierces, watching me, as if I am a specter risen from the earth. The air thickens with unspoken dread as his eyes remain locked on mine, revealing a haunting blend of terror and disbelief. His expression suggests a profound disturbance, a silent scream trapped behind his wide, fearful eyes. The weight of his gaze intensifies, turning the tranquil graveyard into a stage for his inner turmoil. Every blink seems to punctuate his rising terror, as if each moment confirms his worst nightmare. A heavy silence hangs in the air between them, an unspoken tension. The weight of the moment stretches, unbroken by word or movement. The air crackles with unspoken emotions, thick and suffocating. Neither dares to break the silence, trapped in a web of unspoken feelings. A palpable tension simmers between them, a silent storm brewing. The unspoken words echo louder than any spoken ones, filling the space between them. Under the vast sky, Mark stands silently at the grave, the air thick with unspoken words. The weight of sorrow presses down as Mark shifts uncomfortably, disrupting the heavy silence. He breaks the quiet with a hushed admission. "You weren't supposed to see me." Mark's voice hangs in the air, a fragile echo in the solemn expanse. A lone figure against the backdrop of loss. Mark stands isolated in his private grief. The surrounding silence seems to deepen, absorbing Mark's confession into the earth. Sunlight streams over the gravesite, each ray a painful reminder of loss. Questions flood my mind, each one a heavy stone. How is this possible? Why did he leave? Where has he been? I try to speak, to scream, but my throat constricts, trapping the words inside. The air thickens with unspoken grief and disbelief, each breath a struggle against the weight of sorrow. At the gravesite, the air hangs heavy with unspoken questions as Mark strides past. He kneels before the headstone, a silent figure in a landscape of sorrow. His hand reaches out, touching the cold stone in a gesture of remorse. The weight of untold apologies fills the space between him and the grave. A farewell lingers in the air, unspoken yet deeply felt. In the quiet solitude of the grave site, a chapter closes with a touch. Mark stands in silence, a solitary figure at the gravesite. A glint of metal catches the light, revealing a passport hidden in his pocket. I glimpse a different name on it. A revelation whispers through the air. The passport hints at a hidden identity, a secret life concealed beneath the surface. The day carries on, with Mark's secret silently buried with the grave. On the cemetery path, Mark pivots sharply. He strides away, his back turned. He disappears into the maze of tombstones. The silent stones stand as solemn witnesses to his departure. Across the desolate cemetery, a figure stumbles, desperate to catch up. A desperate cry echoes through the headstones, a name lost in the gathering gloom. The fog begins its insidious creep, tendrils of white snaking between the graves. The figure ahead is quickly devoured, swallowed whole by the encroaching mist. Alone, the pursuer is left stranded in a world of gray, the cemetery now a silent, spectral maze. Beneath the vast sky, I stand alone, my body trembling slightly. I fix my gaze on the cold, unyielding headstone with the carved dates. The carved dates stand as a stark reminder of time's passage. My solitude deepens. The cemetery gate looms ahead as I stride toward it, the fog beginning to swirl around me. The fog thickens, each step taking me further from the silent rows of graves. A final, lingering look back as the fog embraces the grave, shrouding it from view. The fog deepens, consuming the last visible markers of remembrance. The grave vanishes completely, swallowed by the ever-thickening mist. Only the swirling fog remains, erasing the boundary between the living and the departed. A solitary light cuts through the night, casting eerie shadows across the silent cemetery. The wind whispers through the headstones, carrying the scent of damp earth and forgotten memories. In the stillness, the headstone stands as a silent sentinel, watching over the slumbering dead. The cemetery is now empty under the dark sky, the silence broken only by the mournful howl of the wind. The light flickers, casting dancing shadows that play across the ancient stone. Damp earth clings to the air, a chilling reminder of the lives that once walked this hallowed ground.